Port Harcourt resident Kalio Keturah Nicholas in an interview remembers the time she could eat fresh fish from the river behind her house in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Those times are now a distant memory to remember. What went wrong? Watch this video to the end to find out. Smash the like button, share with your friends, and hit the red button to subscribe. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Imagine yourself on the day of a long-awaited interview, dressed in a well-ironed white and sky blue shirt on a beautiful Monday morning. Your appointment time is for 10 a.m. and you had left home anxious, eager, and happy at 9 a.m. only to arrive at the Interview Centre at 9:40 a.m. and the gateman greeted you with strange questions. "Excuse me, sir, did you sit on a dirty seat in the bus you boarded or the car you drove? Are you a new mechanic or you need somewhere to change your clothes?" Still in wonderment of his questions, you try to turn and look, and boom! There you go, you are stained, or rather covered by dust-like black fume or particle which can be likened to the strange black soot. Can you imagine the worry, the anger, the fury, the frustration and the cluelessness that you are bound to experience at that very moment? Well, that mixed emotion has been the lot of many residents of southeastern city of Port Harcourt, Nigeria since last 2016. The city of Port Harcourt, which is the capital of Rivers State, is popularly known as the Garden City because of its green and open spaces with nicely patterned houses built in well-planned layouts. For those who aren't familiar with the oil-rich city, Port Harcourt is a metropolitan city and capital of Rivers State, occupying approximately 1,811.6 km² with a population of about 1.5 million. It constitutes the state's main city and has one of the largest seaports in the Naija Delta region, thus being the center of administration, commerce, and industrial activities. It is situated between latitude 4 degrees and 45 minutes north and 4 degrees 55 minutes north and longitude 6 degrees 55 minutes east and 7 degrees 5 degrees east in the state, occupying the entrance of the Bonny River. The city is bounded in the north by Abia and Imo State, east by Akwa Ibom State, west by Bayelsa State, and south by the Atlantic Ocean. Its estimated mean altitude is 12 km above average sea level, lying between the Dockhead Creek, Bonny River, and the Amadi Creek. Climatically, Port Harcourt undergoes two distinct seasons, this dry and rainy. Nonetheless, the atmosphere sustains adequate moisture throughout the year. However, this beautiful serene city that once had a peace mean is now a pitiful cynosure of environmental pollution, worrisomely described as a dark city engulfed in dark, hazy, and hazardous soot. The reason for this is not far-fetched. For more than 2 years, there has been a literal black cloud hanging over the city, from office spaces to worship centers, from schools to fast food restaurants, from hospitals to markets, from public transport systems to even private ones. Almost every living and non-living thing within the city has engaged with the strange black soot at one point or the other. Soot, a byproduct of the burning of fossil fuels, results from burning coal for electricity or industrial fuel, manufacturing, oil refinery, and motor vehicles. Soot enters the environment either as a solid particle or as a gas, which turns into a particle after it has been released. These particles can end up very far away from their site of origin, leaving people's clothes covered in soot, streets covered in soot, even residents' bed sheets covered in soot. Residents of Port Harcourt in Rivers State, Nigeria and its environs have since the last quarter of 2016 been experiencing adverse environmental impacts of particle, that is, soot pollution. This double air pollution burden, the unresolved prevailing widespread of air pollution and the added emergence of particle pollution considered an environmental health threat led to protests against government inactions in some parts of the state. In February 2017, several months following the onset of the pollution, the government declared an emergency and set up a task force to investigate and find a solution to the problem. Global research suggests that particle pollution correlates positively with a range of morbidities and an increased risk of mortality among exposed populations. This underscores the need for rigorous implementation of existing environmental legislation established to protect the environment and public health. Those times are now a distant memory as oil spills onto the shore and everything in sight is covered in a thick layer of black soot. Most persons blame the illegal refining of crude oil as the leading cause of soot in the atmosphere, but for residents, it's not just a question of cleanliness anymore. The oil and soot are seriously affecting their health. Precious Ede, the chairman of a government committee tackling suits in the region, says that the government is using military officers to crack down on illegal refining of crude oil and sensitizing the public on dangers of air pollution. Interestingly, the United Nations Environmental Programme (UNEP) estimates 600,000 people die in Africa every year as a result of air pollution. But the question remains, how many residents of Port Harcourt have died as a result of this? As this sounds colossal, the environmental change has gotten worse over time and still remains unaddressed, with life becoming increasingly difficult and hellish for residents.
So, is there any effect on your health, like health-wise, on these black soot?
Well, as they used to say, it's not the cute black man, but I know I've taken my kids to the hospital twice now on respiratory-related issues. So I believe some way people with fragile health or people that don't pay attention to their health will definitely have one or two concerns.
The soot has become the talk of the town among the city's residents, who are worried about the effect of breathing in the pollutants. In a telephone interview, Adudu Phoebe, a student, stated, "The air is polluted. The floors are automatically dirty, even the chairs. I have serious allergic reactions and it has affected me badly." Another resident, Intikan, shared during the chat, "The air is dense. It's black everywhere. You can literally see the soot on your shirt if you leave it overnight. The soot is seen on your desk if you clean it. If you take a clean tissue and clean your nostrils, you'll see the blackness that has mixed with natural mucor," said Intikan. Aside from the common effects of air pollution, which include irritations to the eyes, nose, and throat, black soot has been associated with upper respiratory infections such as asthma, pneumonia, coronary heart disease, bronchitis, heart disease, and some other respiratory illnesses. They are detrimental to human health as they take part in gas exchange during each breath. The black soot particularly has a severe level of toxicity and is capable of causing cancer, which may lead to premature death. Research has also shown that many premature deaths are directly related to the soot in the environment. Environmentalists say that the soot has been found to contain sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, which causes acid rain when combined with moisture. Doctors in Port Harcourt say they are seeing the health effects of the soot already, with an increase in consultations for breathing difficulties, including asthma. The settling of black soot on water bodies causes turbidity and also affects the health status of the water body. Experts say air pollutants can trigger an immature response in mothers, which produces antibodies that reduces the amount of folic acid that travels through their placentas to their fetuses. Lack of folic acid can lead to birth defects. In all, common reactions to soot range from watery eyes and a runny nose to a persistent cough. Individuals with existing health issues are the greatest risk of toxic soot compounds. Compromised immune systems, respiratory problems, and heart conditions can all be impacted by exposure to soot. The cause of the soot has been something of a mystery, although Adudu, like many residents and activists, believe it's as a result of flaring of petroleum products and burning of tires and refineries that are operational in Port Harcourt. While this is a general belief, according to General Manager of the Port Harcourt Refinery Company (PHRC), the illegal oil activities undertaken by bunkers and vandals are chiefly responsible for the dilemma the city is faced with today. On the contrary, Mr. Peter Idabor, Director General of the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency (NOSDRA), told journalists in Port Harcourt that the soot is as a result of abattoirs burning tires, heating of asphalt, and also the burning of stolen petroleum products by security agencies. The blame trade has left no one an exception. Some residents have said it's from people burning cowhide for leather. Some blame coal fires, illegal refineries in River State, and much of the oil-rich Niger Delta. Others have blamed everything else under the sun. However, in a statement released to CNN, Nigeria's Ministry of Environment said there is a link between the pollution and the operation of illegal oil refineries and their destruction. In the midst of all, the question is, what has been done since it started? In reaction to failed government response, the residents of Port Harcourt took on a protest on the 19th of April 2018 to protest the environmental hazard caused by the soot, and following heavy and consistent complaints to the internet about their breathing problems from the black soot. Sandra Ezekwesili, a radio host at Nigerian station Cool FM, who started a social media campaign, #StopTheSoot, led thousands of Port Harcourt residents to the streets. They wore t-shirts with the Stop the Soot inscriptions while going around the city, stopping at major junctions to advocate for governmental interventions to address the soot. After this showdown, a lot was expected, but little has happened. At the initial stage, the government set up a panel to look into the matter, and the committee was supposed to give us like a report, but there has been no feedback, Sandra Ezekwesili, a radio presenter, said. Other residents I spoke with had different things to say. Since the awareness started, we've only heard that they have been trying to get the culprits, but yet, no improvement. The soot only reduces when it rains, says Insikan. She also added that letters have been written as far as the UN, petitions have been signed too, peaceful protests have been done too, sensitization on closing windows has been done too. Mr. Peter Idabor, the Director General of the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSDRA, told journalists in Port Harcourt that the Ministry of Environment and its affiliated bodies have held several meetings with law enforcement agencies and other stakeholders to end the soot. But interestingly, the soot pollution in Port Harcourt is still a huge environmental concern with no solution in sight, despite its threat to life and livelihood. However, while this persists, there are different citizens-led measures that can be adopted for safe living before the air is free of this strange black soot. Make conscious use of face masks. Windows and doors should be shut as often as possible in order to prevent the soot from entering homes and workspaces. Reduce contact with open spaces. Contact with open spaces should be reduced in order to avoid your hands touching the soot. Detergent should also be used to clean surfaces daily in order to avoid the accumulation of soot. Wash your hands daily. Have regular shower. Wear long sleeve shirts and long trousers or skirts to keep the skin covered. Raise awareness on the soot. And thank you for watching. Kindly drop your comments in the section below. Smash the like button, hit the red subscribe button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, you may just be saving someone out there. Until we meet again, stay safe guys.